Alright, it's time for another high quality cinematography production. This is my 66 Deluxe Reverb. And what do we got in here? Looks like it's got a Eminence Legend speaker. I gotta tell you the truth, I've tried a lot of different 12-inch speakers. I can't tell the difference. They all sound pretty good. So I'll flip it around in a second, but when you look at these, you'll see the old Fenders would have an AC outlet here in case you want to plug in another amp, and a ground switch, which this is probably disabled because on old amps we will upgrade it from a 2-pronger to a 3-prong. That's crucial. You got to do that. So you'll see the fuse, the power on, and then the standby, speaker output. I got some crusty old cloth wire there. Here's your vibrato and reverb pedal jacks for a pedal where you can turn on your reverb and vibrato or tremolo, whatever you call it. Then your reverb in out RCA jacks. The red one is the input, and the reverb tank is down here. The tube chart's over here. I got RCA tubes, old USA tubes in there. So let's flip it around, then we'll plug it in. This is, I've probably showed you this before. This is the amp that Surf Zombies did our first album. I played this, and I've played it ever since. But just about every Surf Zombies gig. And it says right on the top, Brook #1. And I actually willed this to Trevor. When I die, Trevor gets this. So, let it be public. So, I always plug into #1, vibrato. Some people plug in over here normal. I'm like, what are you thinking? No, that's cool because you get no reverb or no tremolo. Just volume, treble, and bass. So I just don't understand that because anyway, I always plug into #1. Here's our volume, which I usually set about 3 for Surf Zombies. Trevor sets it at 2 with the drive-in. So we haul this to every gig. The treble, I usually set it at 5. Trevor sets it at 6. I'm serious. The bass, I usually set it at 5. Trevor sets his at 6.5. Reverb, I usually set it like 3 till who knows, but and then your vibrato, you can turn it on and off. I don't use the switch. Vibrato intensity and then vibrato speed. You got your pilot light here, Fender musical instruments. And some people know about these logos. I don't really care. But I might do a second video where I plug it into an attenuator and crank it up and distort it. But for now, I'm just going to plug it in real clean. So what you got to do, hit the power switch and let it warm up for a second. Next, you get a reliable cable. Plug it into #1. Don't be crazy. Do it right. Then, you get your Jaguar out. And this is the Jaguar I used on Surf Zombies' first album. And I've used it on most of our gigs. But I do experiment with other Jaguars. So, let's scoot it back a little bit. Turn it down. I don't want to blow my head off. What do we got here? Ooh, hear that. There it is. That's really all there is to it. Turn the tremolo off. Let's crank up the reverb. Man, so I think that these do clean really well. If you crank it up, it's gonna scream. There will be distortion, but I don't know if it's the greatest. We're gonna find out. We're gonna plug in an attenuator. Let's do it right now. Why dink around? Where's the attenuator? I see it. I was gonna make 2 videos, but here I'm gonna use this Power Soak. Rockman Power Soak. I'm going to turn it way down. So I'll plug the speaker right here, and then the output of the amp will go in here. I'm going to use a monster speaker cable, but it's going to have to sit behind the amp because the speaker cable on the amp is very short. Very short indeed. So we'll scoot it forward. Make room, stick it there, and then we can crank it up and see if the distortion indeed is anything we care about. And you got to make sure to do it right. Don't blow stuff up. Rule number 1, be careful. So you can set 16, 8, or 4 ohms. I'm going with 8. I think that's right. What do we got here? It doesn't even say on back. It says 20 watts, but it doesn't say ohmage. Nobody cared about ohms back then. Oh, they probably did. Alright, all plugged in. Turn amp back on. Now, I got it set to the lowest level. Negative 32 decibels. Headphone level. So it's going to be super quiet. Let's check it out. That's 4. Let's just crank it up. Whoa, kill the reverb. Hey man, that Power Soak is pretty useful. Maybe I'll bring this to gigs. So that's, let's crank it up 1 notch to negative 25 decibels. that's turned up to 6 for, you know. So when we made our first album, I think I turned it up to about 3.5 or 4. Pretty clean. Let's turn it up to negative 19 decibels. So at 4, that would be loud enough to play in a good sized bar and be just perfect, you know. So that's kind of cool, man. I'll turn up one more notch. Pretty cool, man. If you were going to play a small venue and you wanted to crank up your tube amp, I think that attenuator would be really helpful. But I really don't use it. I just use like an overdrive pedal for just a little bit of, you know, the Jaguar is so clean and so piercing that overdrive just sort of takes some of that super annoying treble out of it and compresses it. I use, what is it, a ZVEX box of rock, one of the cheaper ones. I love it. It's a very good overdrive pedal. So, let's just see what happens if we turn the treble up, down. Seems like right in the middle is fine. Bass, up, down. Ooh. A little dirt in that pot. Dirty pot. Reverb, all the way. Kind of cool. Man. So yeah, I just want like a neutral sound. I don't really want to hear it distorting or too much reverb. I just want a clean sound that's kind of loud enough to overpower or match the drums. If we play a bigger show, usually there's a sound crew and they put a mic on it, and that's fine. I don't have to crank it up. So my stage volume remains pretty low. Again, I usually set it about 3, which, remember, it's attenuated. So this is like my sound. Let's just check. If I go 5, 5, 4. Oops. Cool, man. It's fun to turn it up, yet it's not loud. It's getting just almost a tiny bit of natural tube overdrive. So, yep, when I die, this goes to Trevor because he likes it a lot. If I once in a while I'll bring like a reissue or a different amp, and he's like, "What's this, man?" Remember, Trevor doesn't see very well, so but you can't fool him. You can't trick him. He knows the difference by feel or smell or sound. He will know, so you can't fool him. But maybe I'll try to fool him again sometime. Yeah, and it has a little cut on the grill cloth there. But when I got this, it was full of like rodent hair, dog hair, I don't know what it was, and insect fragments, and it smelled like the worst nicotine. This was stained like brown. The whole thing was brown. It smelled like an ashtray shoved up your nose. Like it was the most nicotine thing ever. So I took off the grill, took it to the car wash and hosed it down, and brown sludge came pouring out of it, just like a river of brown toxic super sludge, man. And then I detailed the inside, got all that hair out of it, and the poor guy that owned this before, he was so sad. He kept contacting me. He wanted to know if I'd sell it back. I'm like, I don't think I can. I mean, I've kind of built my whole deal on this, man. This was the amp I used when I opened for Dick Dale. How can I give it up other than just to give it to Trevor? I couldn't sell it for any amount of money. It's priceless. But Trevor's priceless, so he gets it. All right. Well, there you go. This is the original Surf Zombie guitar, the original Surf Zombie amp, and the rest is history, as they say. So we hope that you had a good time listening to some of my Surf Zombie songs, checking out some of our goofy videos. We just have a lot of fun, and this amp has been there for everything. So if you ever see a Deluxe Reverb, look for some of these things I showed you. You know, the reissues are extremely awesome. The reissues might sound even a little better, but the reverb on them goes way too long. You got to get a different reverb tank for sure. But don't turn your nose up at the reissues. If you see one at a guitar store, check it out. But if you see an original one, I think they're really, really good. I mean, it's portable. I can pick it up. I can carry it. I can put it in my car. It fits on any stage. You don't have to crank it up. It sounds good turned down. Sounds good turned up. Really easy to use. Very reliable. If it has any trouble, I just take it down the street to my man Max, and he checks it out and makes sure it's in perfect operating condition. These will work forever. These will never, become obsolete or non-functional due to age. They can't, I don't think. You can just replace anything on it and it'll be perfect. So that's all I know about it, really. Get any speaker you can, stick it in there. I don't think it matters. Just as long as you got a Deluxe Reverb. And this one's a 66, I believe. So thanks again, and keep rocking.